This is E.T. A recent upload told how two politicians, Senator Ed Muskie and Governor Howard Dean, were undone by emotional outbursts that were filmed, then went viral, then derailed their campaigns. Two more examples right here. Example 1, George Romney, former automotive executive, governor of Michigan, and presidential hopeful. He was the father of Mitt Romney. On August 31 of 1967, Romney told a Detroit TV interviewer that he'd been, and I'm using Romney's word, brainwashed by U.S. officials during a previous visit to Vietnam. Now, that was a bad word choice because his campaign was done. Example 2, President Gerald Ford. You see him here tripping on stairs? That video was shown many times on television, news, in parody, and it did major damage to Ford's 1976 presidential campaign. It may have cost him the election. Now, Governor Romney's brainwashing comment, although thoughtless, considering that many Americans were familiar with the book and film The Manchurian Candidate, that dealt with actual attempts by Soviet and U.S. intelligence agencies to rewire human brains in order to create unknowing assassins. Although thoughtless, Romney's central point was correct. He'd been given a Vietnam tour by U.S. military officials that was intended to convince him that the U.S. goals were attainable and the South Vietnamese regime and war had major popular support among Vietnam's people, neither of which proved true. President Ford was known in the nation's capital as one of the more fit politicians. He'd been a football star for the University of Michigan, and in 1945, as a naval officer, he ran an athletic department for a naval flight school. And he was, all through his life, more than competent at golf. But as proved true for Senator Muskie in 1972 and Howard Dean in 2004, so it was for Governor Romney and President Ford. Both lost elections, in part at least, based on viral videos that became memes. Romney because he used unfortunate wording to explain truth, and Ford because he was deemed to be a clumsy oaf, when in fact he was the opposite. And it explained nothing, if true, about his performance as president. That the American public makes choices in these important matters based on such criteria is enough to make one question the actual democratic selection of politicians. At least that's what E.T. thinks. What do you say? Write in your comments below. Tap the bell icon. You'll be notified of new uploads. Make sure you hit the like button. Thank you.